How to get your offer accepted on a house in San Diego in 2021. Hey, it's Mark Lenoce of Big Block Realty, and today I'm going to give you 5 strategies that will help you craft a winning offer so you can get the home of your dreams. Housing is at the highest price in history right now, with 2 out of every 3 homes receiving multiple offers. The number of homes available for sale in San Diego County is at an all-time low of only 3,200. In fact, the entire market is so desperate for any structure with 4 walls and running water that a fixer-upper in DC received 88 offers, with 76 of them being all cash. And if you're wondering what the home sold for, it went for 70% over the list price. The market right now has turned into a feeding frenzy of buyers willing to pay whatever price they need to just to get themselves into a home. So what can you do to compete against buyers who are waiving a fistful of cash? First, get pre-qualified by a lender and make sure they have everything they need submitted to underwriting ahead of time. That way you know exactly what you qualify for, what the interest rate is going to be, and you'll be completely good to go pending finding a good home. Then you can consider removing the loan contingency and removing the appraisal contingency, giving you the same advantages as an all-cash offer without actually being all cash. The downside is if the appraisal comes up short, then you'd have to come up with the difference. In that case, you could ask the lender for a closing cost credit if the appraisal did come up short. Next strategy, the Escalation Clause, which states that you're willing to pay above the highest offer up to a certain amount. This allows you to put your best foot forward without having to pay the highest price up front. Much like eBay, you bid up to a certain amount. However, some buyers are concerned that they're showing too much of their hand by writing down the maximum amount that they're willing to pay for a property, and that the seller could use the cap amount as leverage among other buyers. But under the right circumstances, this one works well. Next strategy, offer a free leaseback. This allows the seller to live in the home for a specified period of time after closing for free. Of course, the downside is you'd have to pay for the home operating costs while not living there. Another strategy is you could use a good agent to find an off-market home that does not have any competition. Of course, you have to find a seller willing to sell to you at a price that is reasonable to pay. So the stars really have to align for this one to pan out, but when it does, then finding a home without any competition can save you money. At the end of the day, the current housing market is showing no signs of slowing down anytime soon. Interest rates are estimated to stay low for another 2 years, and it could take 18 months or longer for building materials to come down in price. And until then, there is very much a housing shortage. Obviously, these conditions can't last forever, and when there is such an imbalance with the number of buyers in the market and the number of homes available for sale, the tide eventually has to change. But until then, if you're in the market for a home, my best advice is be patient and only buy a home that you're willing to keep for the next 5 to 10 years. That way, if the market does go down, it's not going to have an immediate impact on you. Because in this market, honestly, anything can happen. There could be rising interest rates, more inventory, a change in policies, could have an effect on pricing. In the short term, if everything stays relatively the same, it could be another wild year for housing. All right, well, thank you for watching my video. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll look forward to seeing you next time.